Oh my God. By the way, I really wanted to join the live when we're talking about the toxic family, but then we have moved to the cheating.
Okay,
Wow, me, I don't talk about cheating because I've had my own share.
talk about the toxic family because you are allowed.
Huh?
Talk about the toxic family. You are allowed.
No. For me, it was just like when I hear everybody talking. Oh, hi everybody. I miss your followers. I was talking about personally, like me. I don't speak to my mom. We don't talk on phone.
Why?
We only talk maybe between the 1st and 5th of every month when I'm sending her allowance. We don't talk since it's been years and years. And with my dad, he only reappears when he needs money, and when I don't send, he blocks me. Then he unblocks me after 2-3 years whenever he needs something.
That's toxic.
That is phrase. Let me tell you, there is no therapist I've not been to. I have been to different therapists. I cannot count, maybe more than 6-7 in different countries, part of the world. Because at some point, I even almost tried suicide because it was bad. So weirdly, like personally, I don't talk to my female cousins. They don't talk to me. None of them talks to me. Because they feel like with my lifestyle and the way I do things, they feel entitled to the way I live my life. I should provide for them the same way I provide for myself, of which is not possible. I'm not rich. I'm still young. I'm still trying to make ends meet. So we are two with my mom. My elder brother is 34, and he hasn't been working, so I've been taking care of him all his life till today. Funny part,
doesn't have hands and legs.
He's very much healthy. The thing, funny thing, after all years, is just 3 days ago, he actually sent me an apology message. I was shocked. Like, I was surprised because I was like, where is this coming from? He was just apologizing for not being there as a brother, for not appreciating everything I've been doing for him and my mom, and all those things. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, 3 days ago, I actually teared down because it was too much for me to get that apology. With my mom, if we talk for even 2 minutes, trust me, we're going to fight. 2 minutes, we have to fight.
Oh.
When I got my first house, she really got angry when I told her I'm gonna do her house, but I'll do her like an hour drive from where we live, because I told her, Mom, I'm still young. I might be bringing people over, parties and all that kind of lifestyle. I wouldn't want you to see that part of me because I'm a growing woman. And you know what she said to me? If I'm not gonna get a house next to where I got my house, I shall never get her house. And if I ever have kids, she doesn't want to see them. I still have the voice recording till date because I'm gonna use it.
I want to play it. I want to hear it.
I need to find my other iPhone, but it's speaking in Swahili, so nobody's going to understand.
If people understand Swahili here.
Swahili is a little bit hard, but it was so bad.
So and that means Swahili. Huh? You speak Swahili?
Yeah, I speak Swahili. It's not really perfect, but I speak Swahili. The thing, for the past 10 years, I've been taking care of her. Now, this year, I'm 28 years. I've been taking care of her.
18?
No. My mom paid my school only the first year of high school. And I got suspended from school because I'm always a noisemaker. I'm still a noisemaker. It has never stopped. I'm still a chatterbox. I don't keep quiet. Even in the office, I'm always the noisemaker. So that's one thing she doesn't know, that's just part of who I am as a person. So when I was 15, when I got suspended from school because people, we left school, you know how it's like a strike in high school.
Yeah.
So I was part of the strike, but I was never part of the plan. When people were running, I also started running in the middle of the night. So when everybody was taken back to school, we were suspended and expelled. I remember, I will never forget, my mom told me with her own mouth that I will never take you to school and you're going to be a house girl for the rest of your life. And she really meant it. She never took me to school. I had to get a fake ID. Yes, I had to work 2 jobs So when I was so in Kenya, we have 4 years of high school. The first year you're 15 until 18. So the second year she traveled. She got her office moved her to Dubai. So she was very okay. So it was not financial problems. She was very okay financially. So that time my brother was in college. She was taking care of my brother and everything. For 1 year, she never even called me for one day. I was staying with my auntie at that time. And the second year, I had to school on a scholarship. I had to drop out of school because the scholarship could not continue. The third year, which is when I'm 17, I had to get job with a fake papers, of course, which is wrong. I had to get a fake ID as early age so I could work 2 jobs. So in the morning, I'll work in the industrial area. I used to sell sweets. Then at 6, I go to class for only 1 hour just to register. And then at 6 o'clock, I'm in the bar selling beer. So that I could, because the school was expensive. Really expensive.
And how old were you were doing this?
17. Yep.
Wow.
Yes. I had to take myself through high school. If you ask my dad now, he knows I'm a dropout. He doesn't know I finished school. Because when my mom stopped paying my school, she told my dad that she's not going to pay my school fees. I thought it was just a rant like normal parents, they'll rant out. But she really meant it. She came back home. Every time she would see me, she was always complaining. She's like, I wish I could exchange you for a bread. Like, she did that for years. I swear. So I had to take myself. I finished high school. I went to college for 2 years. And that's when I moved to China to start my life. And the minute I moved, everybody's family problem became my problem.
How old were you when you moved to China?
I was 21. 21, turning 22, yeah.
Did you finish high school, but did you go to college, university?
For 2 years, I did 2 different courses and did my diploma. So since I couldn't do the degree, I moved to China and had to go and hustle. I became a teacher, but I still became the breadwinner for my family, my cousins, my uncle. And at that point, all the female cousins, my cousins, they were all married. They all have kids apart from me.
Wow.
Now I became the black sheep of the family. They have a meeting. I was never. Everybody is invited apart from me. I remember when I was 17. There's a day my cousin, they did her birthday. The husband, may soul rest in peace, died 2020. But at that time, he was very well financially. When I mean he was good financially, he was a director of one of the biggest company. On her birthday, I left from industrial area. My feet were so full of dust. I had a long day at work. It was so bad. And then I went to my cousin's birthday. And remember, she did not invite me. It's my neighbor who told me that in my cousin's house for birthday that there's drinks, food. And that time I was horrible. I used to eat 10 times in a day. Food was my comfort. Anybody that wanted to make me happy was to give me food. Because it's the only thing I felt that gave me joy at that point. So I went to my cousin's birthday. The difference, do you know, she's 30 now. She should be 30 or 31. I was holding a plate of chicken. We have like our jollof is called pilau in Kenya, then with chicken. And then I was drinking amarula. That was my first alcohol drink, was amarula. Because it's very milky, so people don't take it like it's alcohol. She took the plate from my hands, threw the food in the dustbin, and remember, I've not eaten the whole day. Took the amarula, poured it in the sink, and told me to go and find a man who can actually afford to get me food and do me a party. Daddy Freeze. That is the worst thing that has ever happened in my life. And funny thing, in 2020 recently, I always remind her about it because the husband died. She's back to her mom. She has never worked her life, and she's 30 years. I reminded her, and her reply is, she was just a kid. That time she was 20.
Wow.
When I moved to China, the first thing I know, my dad is financially okay, but then I don't know because he has 6 different baby mamas. We are 11 kids with him. So I don't know where he throws his money with his women. So when I moved to China, he got shot at some point. Immediately, I was the one who was called to send him money. I sent him money for the operation when I was in China. Immediately, he came from the hospital. He blocked me.
Why?
I don't know. Then he reappeared in 2020, asking for money that he has a court case. I need to help him. I told him I can't at the moment. He needs to give me time. He blocked me until today. I've never heard from him.
Where do people get all these kind of annoying parents from?
They exist. There's a group on Facebook. You need to check.
This thing, I'm using it to look for your dad now.
I don't even know where he is, but I know he's on his
What kind of
mama.
little child?
They don't care. For them, I'm a
daughter.
I remember my dad left me when I was 2 months or 2 years. That story is not clear between him and my mom. I'm not even sure if it was 2 months or 2 years. But I know he and my child.
What about your mom?
My mom is there. We don't even talk on phone. We only talk on transactions, allowance every month because I take care of her.
Do you have to take care of her?
Who will if I don't?
She'll be all right.
How will she feed?
She should go and work in a bar.
No, everybody in my family. Everybody in my family has told me to leave him, but I can't.
I'm sorry. I think the money you used to take care of your mom, you
I've done so much.
Get therapy for yourself.
But you need to know, Daddy Freeze, Kenya has the #1 deadbeat country in the world.
They'll be.
If it's the worst. When I was in London, I was in London on holiday in November. I took myself to London for holiday because I got a school application, so I went for exam. So I did not even want my mom to know. The minute I called her on video call, I told her I'm in London. I came for school because I'm trying to do, and I want to start school in London and everything. The next thing that she told to me, so you went to London and you refused to take me to Canada. And I told her, what am I going to take you to Canada to do? The last time I flew her out, she flew and stayed in Angola for 6 years. I was paying her bill every day for 6 years.
Try.
Not even one day she has ever told me thank you. Not even one day. The only thing she says is sometimes she'll text me, I'm really tired of asking you for money. I just can't wait for myself to be stable and we can stop this communication. So the only thing that keeps us together is the money. And I always tell her, I know if anything ever happens to me, I don't have a backup. That is for sure.
Why are you not putting your money in insurance or something that will be a backup? Why are you giving people that are useless to you money? I don't get it.
That's my mom.
It doesn't matter. Listen, sorry, let me give this my opinion. It's not Bible, it's not anything. Wallahi talai, no go give them chink bang.
All my aunties say the same thing. And you know the funny part is what? In Alhamdulillah, in all our family, God has been good to me. Despite the fact that they never took me to school, I took myself to school. Everybody used to say I'm gonna be useless in life. Everybody, my aunties, my uncles, my teachers, even sometimes they send me messages on Facebook telling me how they are sorry, how they treated me in school and all that. And you know the worst part is what, Daddy Freeze? When I got abused as a child, I was 13 or 14. My mom didn't even listen to me. She believed the teachers that actually abused me than her listening to me. She never even questioned me, asking me.
Tell us a little bit about this. How were you?
Wow, that's a tough story, Daddy Freeze. That's really tough story.
Was it by men?
3 teachers.
Together or in separate incidents?
Together. But it wasn't like, there was no penetration, if that's the word I can say. There was no penetration, but there was more of touching and playing, and it's a bad day. It's something that I would never want even my enemy to go through as a child. I was 13 and 14 years. The day one of the teachers tried to, I pushed him on the wall and he hit. Do you know what he did? He asked the whole school for a parade. You know, parade, if that's the word in Nigeria. Like you call everybody, like everybody. Daddy Freeze, I was beaten so badly in front of everybody. Till today, some of my classmates, they're always asking me how and what happened. I can't even tell them. Because even the guidance teacher that I went
to... Now, sorry, I'm cutting you, yeah. I've never been angry with Pastor Fola before, but I'm going to right now. I'll be very careful not to curse you out. How dare you say my take is she should retrace her errors and make peace?
As a child? How am I supposed to do that?
Africa ever move forward when all we do is blame the victim? Your mother is wicked. You don't owe her anything. She owes you love. You don't owe her money. Can you imagine? You didn't pay your child school fees?
Pastor Fola, I hope it never happens to somebody, because you don't know what it feels like.
Let me tell you something. One of my uncles, I'm going to let you continue your story. One of my uncles came to see me the other day. I was driving my 2022 GLE. He came to ask me for money. I told him I don't have. He said, look at this, your Benz. Do you know the price this your Benz is more than 100 million? I said, I have money for Benz. I don't have money for you. Don't be angry. I don't have money for you. I told him, eyeball to eyeball. People need to start learning that you don't owe anybody anything. This particular uncle of mine used to discourage, I don't want to go into that story, family matter, and I'm angry and I'll go and say what I'm not supposed to say. But man, can we stop the victim blaming? How dare you blame a 13-year-old? How dare you retrace with stupid steps? You didn't pay fees because she got into problem in school.
Noise making.
They refused to pay her through college. She sent herself through high school, took herself abroad, and every month you still remember to ask, Wowza, stop. We all vote here. Who votes that Wowza should stop sending money to Amola? Number one.
It was that easy.
You have to channel this into making yourself a better person. You have to, my sister. These people cannot do this unless you are not telling us the full story.
Why? It has always been, I think from my mom's side, I think it's because of my dad. Honestly. Because anybody who has been to school will tell you, if any school my mom took me to, she will always tell the teachers, if I do anything, they should deal with me. And the teachers got used to it. I'm a noisemaker. I'm still a noisemaker till today. There's a group on Facebook I joined for a long time. I've been there. That's sometimes I go there and I just feel like, wow. There's a group called Toxic Mothers. If you go there, Daddy Freeze, you will see what parents do to their kids. You will not believe it. You'll think we adapted. Sometimes I used to feel like, because my mom would be like, sometimes she feels like maybe I was exchanged in the hospital. The only thing that makes me her daughter is I look like my dad. Let me tell you a story of one of my friends. I have one of my friends. She was my friend. She was a street girl. She hustled in Hong Kong as a street girl for over 10 years. She was making good money. Do you know she went back home with all the money she sent? I am sure she made over $300,000-$400,000. She went back home, even $1. Her mom squandered with a small boy. She's back on the street. She's 38 years old now. Yes, she's back to zero. If I tell you a story about a girl called, her name was Nancy of Mercy, if I'm not wrong. She was working here. And unfortunately, she was a house girl. So I think the people who she was working under was the husband of the wife was abusing her. So one day she got an opportunity. She stole money from my employers and sent the money to Kenya and went to the deportation, and she says she needs to go. She does not have a passport. They took her back home. Do you know she got home and the money she sent for her mom to buy a house and a land to, to rear animals and everything, the mom finished everything. Do you know that the girl collapsed immediately and died? She collapsed and died at the freeze, thinking of the torture she went through to being abused. She died on the spot, going back home.
There are quite a few dumb people on my page tonight. It's like a wall cracked open and all the parts came out. Look at what this is. You don't sound or look like someone who can be used. The story is not complete. Wowza is my personal friend, though. Forget Instagram. See, Wowza is one of the few people that have my WhatsApp, my direct WhatsApp. This is my chat with her today. She just said, I want to come on the live. This is Wowza's WhatsApp. Wowza, do you not have my WhatsApp? How many of you on this live
I do.
have my WhatsApp? You shouldn't just come and just say something about, don't do that.
How do people that get abused look like? You don't understand.
Say that her Ben story. Because she was celeb, did you all not dance behind her like feathers following a fowl? Because you did not like Fatou Imbu, and a celebrity like Timmy came to cry about what his wife did not do and what his wife did not do and what his wife did and what they did to his wife and did not do. Did you not all follow her like the way the tail follows a dog? Another person is talking now. You are undermining her story because she doesn't look in a certain way. You don't look like the space between your eyes has any accommodation left for any gray matter like brain. Your head is so hollow that vulcanizers during petrol scarcity can pump air through your ears into people's tires. Don't let me see you on my live again if you ever dare insult somebody sharing their story.
You said
my sister, we can down
story. What is that side of the story of being abused as a child? How does that work?
Please ignore them. Tell me your story. So, and if you have too much hand to type, please come to Facebook and come and buy stars. It's one of you watching. Only 2 people have bought stars today. You enjoy the channel, but you don't want to support. But you want to support your rich parents at home. God will punish you and your parents. Oscar Obochi, if you have never bought stars and you are watching the live and you are sending money to your parents that already have, God will strike them. Let us all be wicked to ourselves. You are enjoying some live. Your parents are sleeping. Why don't you go and watch their live? They don't have Instagram. You are coming to my own live, but you want to be giving your own parents the money. Come to Facebook and come and buy star. Make your them for night. Winch, go press your parents this night. Winch. If you don't come buy my star, come to Facebook. Search for Daddy Freeze. DADDYFRWEZE. Click on today's video. Scroll down. You will see how to buy stars there. If not, right now, I'm sending witches to your parents. They are going to be pressing. Some of you, your parents are the witch go press them. They go press the winch back. Not worry. The witch will still press small for their body. Whatever they say, they go press. Wow, thank you, my darling sister. Sorry. Don't mind anybody that is putting you down. You see?
No, I'm not really bothered. I'll be fine. I'm not bothered, I promise.
I will tell you that you have a toxic, you came from a toxic place. I went through some level of toxicity growing up, but oh, my toxicity is like ice cream compared to this your own. It's like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You went through, I can the extreme level of toxicity. Somebody don't buy my stars. And here, these people don't want winch to press their parents. Liet Phil Chichi, thank you so much. Thank you for coming through. Yes. Thank you. You know, Someone said, must you insult people's parents? I don't insult them, but I just curse them. Say, when you go press them, not be insults. Now, shake me, I shake me. You, they can't watch my life. Your parents, they house, why you know watch their own life? You don't want to support that, but you want to support your rich parents because that's what some people are telling you. Go and support them to be well with you. I'm just joking, no, please, don't mind me. I'm playing. But come and support it to make a lot of sense. Wowza, we love you. We appreciate you, and we want you to know that I've got you, sis. If you need anybody to talk to, just reach out to me, okay? I'll even call you tomorrow. You know, I talk to you from time to time. Mute. Your mic is muted.
Me? No.
You're back now.
No, I said you're always on my speed dial anytime, so I'm good.
So if you need anybody to talk to, feel free. I haven't even seen you on my live. I called you. I think I've called you this year to say, Wowza, where have you been? What's happening?
Yeah,
you know?
Media.
So
Daddy,
all right.
please take me out.
All right.
I have to
All
go.
right. Let me let you go. I your time.
Bye.
Much of your time. Thank you. It was nice to have you around. It was a very, very touching story.
I want to join, but no, let me tell you something, Daddy Freeze. It's as much as like I will want to keep off doing what I'm doing for my family, I just can't. It's impossible. Someone is asking about a boyfriend story. Which one? Which one of them?
You know what, Wowza? You know what? Like I would always say, just be strong. God will guide you and show you the way. If you feel better giving them money, but I don't want you to seek validation through them because I can see that you are seeking validation through them. You know, we're talking about cheating earlier on. Let's leave that. We'll come back tomorrow.
In relationship, I've been engaged once, and the cheating, I've been like, I don't talk about cheating because I've had my own share.
You've cheated.
I mean,
so no need to discuss.
I've had my own share to be cheated on, and it was bad. Someone is asking me why I did not go to the police. If you have a backup, you can go to the police. I feel right now that I'm always saying when I go back home, I'm definitely gonna look for those teachers because they really messed up my childhood big time. Daddy, please, let me tell you, no matter how much, no matter how many people, I've been to therapists in different countries. God knows, I've been to a therapist in Hong Kong. I've been to a therapist in London. I've been to a therapist in Malaysia, Dubai, Australia. I've tried all that, but it never gets better, Daddy Freeze, especially whenever you're by yourself, the flashback comes. The flashback always comes. And even when I'm trying to date a guy and I just see some funny signs, I'm like, oh my God, I saw this. I told you I've been in an abusive relationship. When I got engaged, my ex used to physically abuse me, like seriously. At first, I thought it was love because I'm used to the tough love. So meeting him, I was always waiting. Whenever we have an argument, I'll tell my friends, I wish he would beat me up because I felt when a man beats me up or treats me some type of way, that's what love means to me. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Until recently, it's even now I'm reading one book right now, and it was, you know how you read a book and it's talking about me? Like every chapter is just talking about me. When you're used to the tough love, you expect it with every single person you meet, even with friendship. Even when you're trying to date a man, when they don't do something, when they're not toxic, like me, if I'm dating a guy, that's why I took a break with dating. When I'm dating a guy and I don't see any toxicity in you, I feel like you don't love me. When you don't control me, I feel like you don't care. Because I'm used to that. From childhood, I'm used to that. I'm used to be the one always giving, always giving. When someone tries to give it to me, I'm like, no, this is too good to be true. I want to be the giver. Even in relationships, I want to be the one calling. I want to be the one communicating. I want to be the one, let's do this, let's do that. It's never the man doing it. When a man tries to do it, I'm like, no, I'm not used to somebody being nice to me. The whole thing, it's something that really goes along. That's why you say some women, like if you really, I've sat with so many women in that group, in the toxic group, most of them, their lives are messed up. Even in the 40s and 50s, they are messed up. And it really, really, it's something that I would never wish anybody to go through. That with what I've said is just the tip of the iceberg. There is more. There is so much.
Wow. Wow. Anyway, sis, I'm gonna call you up in the morning tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Just I don't know what to say, but just be strong and try not to seek validation. Yeah, therapy doesn't always work. I say this all the time. People argue with me, but I think you just need to be strong, okay?
Yeah, but the thing is what, sorry, the thing is what the difference. At this point, it's so hard that when you've been through that kind of toxic life and abuse as a child and you grow up, you always want validation from people because you never had it. The other day I was somebody, I don't know whose post was on Facebook, and I see how people buy for their mom cars and everything. And I just commented, I said, I've never even hugged my mom. It just came to my mind. I'm like, wow, I've never really hugged my mom. Even when things get tough for me, because even at some point last year, I lost my job for a few months. Even when I told her, there's no day she ever questioned me if I found a job. She always texts on the 3rd or 4th if the money was still coming. She never even asked me if I got a job. As long as the allowance is coming. And you see, you come out here, when you meet a man, you want to do the most. When you meet friends, you want to be the friend who wants to be there for everybody because you are empty inside. So you need attention, you need that love, you need the validation from the streets. And at the end of the day, people end up abusing you because they don't understand what you're going through. Even my ex has been telling me, you love me too much, stop. You give me too much attention. You always want to be around me. And I will always be crying when he tells me this because he doesn't understand. Whenever I'm around him, I feel like, oh, I finally have somebody who actually loves me. I feel like, oh, somebody actually wants me. You understand? But in his mind, he's, no, it's too much. Stop.
Wow. Wow. Okay, well, so let me say thank you to Lala T, who sent me 530 stars, and Adeza Suleiman. Adeza Suleiman. Thank you so much for sending me stars. You can still send me stars. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Scroll down to today's video and send me stars. Ashley. Someone said, get close to God.
Oh, I pray a lot. Trust me, I do. That's why I changed my religion anyway, because of everything I've been through.
Anyway, it's deep. It's emotional even for me. But hey, it is what it is. Do take care of yourself, my sister. Sean Leeds, I see you. Vidoma, thank you for all the love. Every single person who gathered here today, thank you so much. All the people who bought stars, thank you for your support. My TikTok family, love you guys. YouTube, love you guys. Facebook, love you guys. I'm going to be here tomorrow. We're having problems with Clash of the Supporters. Team Tinubu has said they were going to pull out. So we're going to see how we can handle that tomorrow. Okay? Thank you so much. I'm still waiting for the last set of people who buy stars. Yeah. I need to shout out to somebody. Who's that person that's going to buy my stars on Facebook? Come to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, and come and buy me stars. And there goes Coco Boy Music. Woo-hoo! Coco Boy. Thank you so much, Coco Boy, for coming to buy my stars. You guys are all amazing. We're going to have a Clash of the Supporters tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to having you there. Take care. Wowza.
Bye, Daddy Freeze. Thank you so much.